Settled next to the Willamette River, Autzen Stadium is a jewel in the Pacific Northwest, and the flock of ducks that call it home have made this one of the most challenging places for any wall football. It just seems this is when chaos ensues, as we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Boise State Broncos, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Ducks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Broncos offense will start this game off. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy they can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Coming after it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the
shutout last week after dominating early in this game. Just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
The Broncos line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Fields to punt and try to pick up some yards. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Line gets set, first down. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Unloads to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. Off he goes. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now on second and goal. Tries again to get it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he finds the end zone again. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Now on the option. Now the toss. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
I love those smashes where you can hear it up here, Reese. Goodness gracious, you can hear the contact. Such a big lick. The offensive guy doesn't hold on to the football. Huge momentum swing. Big turnover forced by the defense.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Pulls it in. in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's recap that ranked-on-ranked matchup that has just gone final. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. Really unexpected outcome in this ranked-on-ranked matchup. The type of loss, guys, that'll get the attention of even a good football team.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the
of his goal post. He gets the punt away. He'll field the punt and look for room. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And guys, if I'm on offense, I am staying aggressive. I know you didn't connect there, but make sure you keep testing this defense, because even if you complete...
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Now facing a 3rd and long. Scanning the field, it's Gabriel. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. 3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Fast motion from the offense. They're throwing for it on 4th down. And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. A first down for the offense. The give. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. They'll run this play from the pistol. On the ground, it's Gaines. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy, because he's got that 6th sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And the ball is picked off. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives him a chance. He makes this offense go.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Final play of the quarter coming. On third down, he drops to throw. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So now to start the second quarter, they'll line up and try a field goal. No good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Boise State ready to send out that offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Looking to pass on second down. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. They're bringing heat. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now. Coming off of last week, putting a goose egg on the board against their last opponent.
There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Oregon.
And every year there's exciting new freshmen to look at and talk about and pump up. And this guy got a lot of that pump, and you see why. The dynamic play on special teams. You can see the speed. You can see the wheels. And you know the reason the fans were jacked up when they signed this guy this year.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. The kickoff team is out there after that last punt return for a touchdown. Let's see if we get another big special teams play. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease. It's Genty. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Hand off from the shotgun. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to
them back with the punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Wide out in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Discards a man. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Looking for a man. It's Gabriel. He's going up top. He makes a grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
I know it's early this year, but it's obvious this guy is a focal point in this offense. After having 2 touchdowns in his first game, he gets on the board here. Doesn't matter where he lines up, they find ways to get him the football, and defenses just have not been able to figure him out.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. The kickoff team out there getting set. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up...
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Gonna run it. It's Genty. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Broncos will call on their punt team. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. He's got great speed. Bulldozes him. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Trying to get to him. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. A shot toward the end zone. And that ball was in harm's way, and he is lucky to get that one back.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots, and they're being aggressive throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the...
A shot toward the end zone. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Ducks will hustle to the line. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. He's going to take off. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I want to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay, I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had 0 problem putting up points. Not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men, not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
And the play will stand after the replay booth just does a little double checking to make sure. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Boise State ready to send out that offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Looking to throw on second down. Got it behind the line. It's Genty. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Eugene as we say hello from our broadcast studios. It's been a fun start to this of lethal efficiency, and that offensive line has been the key. They've mauled that defense and also just about broken their will. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Autzen Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Broncos will kick it off to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for 2 out to the 26. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. On the ground, it's James. Powers through the defender. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The Ducks are marching down the field. The give to the back. Noses ahead to the 30-yard line, a pickup of 1.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. And the Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to run, it's James. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Looking to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. They're really starting to extend that lead as they get ready to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. From the gun, running back on the move. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Might have led him a little too far. He's able to make the catch, but can't get the feet down in bounds. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Feeling some heat. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll try the run. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Throws to the tight end. Touchdown, Oregon!
2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some 1st downs. Get some positive momentum.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down. He tried to get it on his own. The Broncos will bring the punt team onto the field. 3-and-out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He gets a block. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The give to the tailback. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. Fires to the middle. Complete downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. And he's brought down after a nice game.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll try to blast their way in. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. He got it. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Baylor proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Bears team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll go to the ground. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get...
He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple of weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
All right, let's go return, guys. You've got to do a better job with ball security. You know these coverage unit teams, they got 50-yard runs at you. They're coming in with a big head of steam. If you're not making a miss, you've got to have 2 hands on the ball.
Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, Dave, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. Trying to pick up a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the lone man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
They'll give it to the back. Hard running there. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw, it's Gabriel. Heaves it on the run. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
Finds his man enough for the first. Then he breaks into the open. Touchdown, Ducks! And the punishment has been extended.
I got to say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bates. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. He'll start this drive firing. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Looking to throw for it. They're trying to get to it. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll return it from around the 50. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, this all...
Again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that. But they can find some positives. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this one.
Fires one high and deep. Oh, and it's a pick. He threw it right into the double coverage. Got some room to run. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
Beat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Fighting off the defender. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Man, this offense would really like to lean on this guy in the 4th quarter, right? They've got the lead, and you just saw his ability there, breaking a tackle. He looks like he's getting stronger as the game goes on. I'd expect him to get a few more carries here before this game's over.
Timeout is called by the offense. They have 14 seconds left. Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And while the game is all but decided, Why not try to get another one if you can? That's part of the fun. Touchdown, Oregon! And the beatdown has ensued.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 15, looking for room. No more room to run. They make the tackle right there, and the clock is at 0, and that's how this one will end. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College. Welcome to Corvallis, Oregon, Research Stadium, home to the Beavers, and you better get used to the sound of chainsaws as the fans here have been ready for this clash since early this morning. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Oregon State Beavers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Ducks will kick it away to start. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Oregon's offense takes the field. They've met in the so-called Toilet Bowl, and they've played to go to the Rose Bowl. It's run the gamut, but this one is always intense.
Yeah, Reese, I called that game back in 2009 where the winner was going to go to the Rose Bowl and had a chance to really feel the...
He's going for it all. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. A program whose history is built on speed. Oregon just ran away from the Beavers last time.
And the Ducks were ready to play a year ago. They were ready for a war. They came out, they took it to Oregon State. They didn't back off, Jesse. That game meant a lot to them.
Yeah, they just caught fire early, and Oregon State couldn't put the fire out. They had no answers. Every possession Oregon had, it seemed like they were going up and down the field. So a big challenge for Oregon State in this one is to try to get off to a great start.
Caught near the sideline, it's Stewart. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Ducks! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Offense set on first down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Beautiful play call offensively at the perfect time. In that situation, the defense obviously expecting pass, so they sneak the draw in and gash the defense.
Caught over the middle. It's Terry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college.
McCoy. And they got him for the sack. The Beavers will line up to punt it away. Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Little touch pass to the receiver. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Fires to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. He's going for the big play. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. And the Ducks will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he can't quite get it down or out of bounds. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Gives it to the back on the draw. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They punted on their first drive of the game, and now they have to convert on 3rd down to avoid doing it again. Looking to pass. It's McCoy. Still. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Beavers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Terry. He almost picked up the 1st down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. To the ground to try to move the chains. He was running through tackles and picked up the 1st down and finally got knocked down. And the Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to him again. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. 3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. To the air. It's McCoy. Gets it to the back. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
Obviously, 3rd downs are so critical because you get an extra chance to wear that defense out. Great job by the offense. Great job by the quarterback completing the pass, getting the 1st down, moving the sticks, fresh set of down, continue to wear on this defense.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. On 2nd down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Fair catch, called for and made. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've jumped on them, executing at a high level and up 14-0, David.
This is the exact start you want. I mean, offense is playing great. Defense is
nothing but green ahead. The 20, past the 10. Touchdown, Ducks! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out. It's Anderson. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. They'll leave it with him. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. It seems as if this old feud has been going on since Lewis and Clark set the foundation for the Oregon Trail. They've been playing since 1894, guys.
Game's been played for a long time, a lot on the line in the state of Oregon. Bragging rights, Jesse, for a whole year.
I feel like it's one of the rivalries in college football that maybe a lot of people don't talk about or really know about. But if you've ever been around this game and you know about the tradition and the history and the emotion surrounding this game, this is easily one of the best rivalries in college football.
That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Wide receiver shows motion. Now the play fake. Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Beavers will punt this one away. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run.
Throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. He'll take another shot here. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's James. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up on the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll go to the air. Fires into the end zone. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling the rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. I haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go. Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! This guy's putting the Oregon offense on his shoulders, carrying them however you want, on the ground or through the air.
I mean, so fun to watch when you got a guy that can do this. And we've seen it with the Ducks in history, man. They've had some great ones that put their team on their shoulders. If you need me to run it, I'll run it. You need me to throw it, I can do that too.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue it, because you've dug yourself a significant hole.
Stopped after making the catch. They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chains. He's going to run it. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12. The Beavers decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far. He tries to take the top off. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again in this game. Just hasn't been able to put the ball where he wants it to go.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive, and I think that's a good strategy because
he's looking deep. Snags it, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. It's Card. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll throw it on first down. They'll run the screen. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like, this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Pocket starts to collapse. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, from Corvallis to Eugene, there are some ornery folks and some emotional fan bases in this always contentious battle between the Ducks and Beavers.
The Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Card. And the returner will be brought down. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Nothing went right in that first half, in the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Unloads to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Oregon. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split them out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Trying to escape and get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Looking for a man. It's McCoy. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. And the Beavers send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Going downfield for the big play. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks! And the pummeling has started. It's as if the Duck has hopped on that motorcycle and is revving the engine, and Oregon is threatening to drive away.
And Oregon's a team that, man, when they get it going, a lot of times they're just so hard to stop. The swag gets rolling. The uniform always looks good, but Oregon State's going to have to find something in this rivalry.
They need a big play, and they need it right now. The Beavers need to be able to slow down this runaway train that is the Oregon Ducks right now.
And the returner goes down. First down here for the offense.
29 Phillies.
And it's slipped out. The defense pounced on that. Now they're headed the other way. Touchdown, Oregon. The defense takes matters into their own hands. The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up, take it to the house. Great job by the defense, not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. TCU is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Davey O'Brien among the legends to wear that uniform.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip.
It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UCF. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, it's McCoy. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They're going to open this drive with a pass. The Sweet Feet buy a little time. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! And the stomping has commenced.
Really nice job by the quarterback there of just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown, and that's exactly what happened.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looking for a productive play on first down. wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. After that last completion, it's second down. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? Line is set on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Beavers line up to punt it away. Now on the return. He's got great speed. He's going to get loose. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that is one of the biggest plays of that young man's football life. The true freshman taking the punt to the house. If I'm the head coach and I watch that, I'm now trying to find ways to get this guy on the field offensively because he's got some special ability.
On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Man, you just can't put a price on having... Rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.
Because they hate each other so much. So you take the field against your rival, and you're able to put forth a performance like that. That is worth its weight in gold, David. Unbelievable effort here by the winning team, and bragging rights now for a while.
Bragging rights for a while. It's a fun thing to be able to accomplish. Now we also got to take in the next couple games because this